Hello guys, today we will talk about the digital system stability via jet plane. Now as we know in control system to define the stability we use this diagram. In this diagram as we know this is the y-axis, this is the x-axis. For the left hand side region we say system is stable. On the imaginary axis or you can say marginal axis the system will be marginal stable, and on the right hand side system will be unstable. So by using this diagram we are trying to here represent stability in z plane. For this we use this formula z equal to e to the power ts. Then for the s we can represent alpha plus j omega. Then we can segregate this into this part. Then for this e to the power j omega t we can use e to the power theta formula. E to the power theta equal to cos theta plus j sin theta. So you can write this. Then by using this term, this is you can say x plus j y. So by using the formula for the calculating magnitude as well as angle, you can use the formula under root x square plus y square. This is for the magnitude, and for the angle you will use tan inverse y by x. So by using this formula, if you try to calculate here the magnitude as well as angle, so magnitude will be under root cos square omega t plus sin square omega t, which will be 1. So magnitude you will get here 1, and if you calculate here the angle will be tan inverse sin omega t divided by cos omega t. So that will become the omega t. So you are getting omega t as an angle. So from this term we are getting 1 into, I'm sorry, 1 into angle omega t, uh, where this 1 is the magnitude and this omega t is the representation of angle. So by using this magnitude as well as angle relation, we are going to plot the one diagram for the z plane. If we have the this magnitude 1, so whatever the angle you put, say the angle, if say you are putting angle 0, so for the 0 angle you will represent one magnitude somewhere say here, and if you change the value of theta, so you will get a circular path. So this will be the unit circle for the representation of z plane. So now by using this relation, in this e to the power alpha t, if you say the put value of alpha greater than the 0, it means positive value of the alpha. So for the S plane, this positive value of alpha will be in the this C portion. It means this alpha greater than 0 will be for the unstable system. Similarly, if you have here alpha greater than 1, it means this e to the power alpha t will be greater than 1. And if you try to plot this for the z plane, so for the greater than 1 value you will get this portion C, because if you have greater than 1 value you will be somewhere here in the portion C. So this will be for the unstable system. Similarly, by choosing the other values of the alpha, say if alpha is negative, so for the negative value of alpha, you will be in the S plane at the left hand side, but in the Z plane, you will be inside the unit circle. And for the alpha equal to 0, you will be at the marginal axis, and for the Z plane, you will be on the unit circle. So if I try to conclude here for the Z plane, if you have inside the unit circle, you can read here the point number 1 for the stable system. All the poles value will be inside the unit circle. You can read point number 2 for the unstable system. You will be outside the unit circle, and for the marginal system, points will lie on the this unit circle. So for the stability, you can say in short, for the S-plane, if you have say the poles value s plus 1, s plus 2, so you will get from here s equal to minus 1 or minus 2. So if you are having the s value in negative, then your system will be stable. And if you talk about the z plane, so in z plane, say here you have the value plus 1, here you have the value minus 1. So in between this minus 1 and plus 1, your poles must be located. For example, we have say transfer function 1 upon uh, z plus 1. So from here you will calculate z equal to minus 1. So this minus 1 meaning is your poles is on the unit circle. It means you are talking about the marginal stable system. So if you need to design a system which must be stable, it means your range for the z plane must be uh, plus 1 to minus 1. So this is here plus 1, this is here minus 1. So your poles must be in between this minus 1 and plus 1. Now we will see one example. In this example, we are going to calculate the range for capital T to make the system stable. So if you look at here, this is the given, you can say overall transfer function for this given diagram, where this is the hold function, or you can say this is from the ZOS system, and this is your the main plant. So if you do not know how to solve this, you can refer my previous video, where by using this factor and by using this factor, first we will convert S domain into Z domain. So to convert, we can multiply this term into this. So this is the complete g of s term here. Then 10 into 1 minus e to the power minus ts. Then this factor, for this factor, we need to do the partial fraction. So after the calculating the values of the partial fraction, you will get 1 upon s minus 1 upon s plus 1. Then from this, you can write 10 into this 1 minus e to the power minus ts. You can use here one formula, z equal to e to the power ts. And if you have e to the power minus ts, so you can change the formula as z to the power minus 1 equal to e to the power minus ts. So this will become 1 upon 1 minus z to the power minus 1. For this you can write 1 minus 1 upon z, and if you solve this part you will get this z minus 1 upon z into this remaining term. And for this remaining term, again we need to convert the s domain into the z domain, so you will take here the z transform. So 1 upon s will become z upon z minus 1 minus 1 upon s plus 1 become minus z upon z minus e to the power minus t. And if you take here the LCM, after solving this you will get this term. Now if you again see this diagram, this into this will be say g of s, which is this term, and after get converting g of s into g of z, as we are getting this one. So if we try to calculate the overall transfer function for this complete diagram, so the transfer function say will be t of z equal to g of z divided by 1 plus g of z. So we will put this value into this formula and you will get this. Now, as I told you, for this stable system, something upon some factor. So this factor belongs to the poles. Z minus something is written here, as I already told. For the stable system, your system must be between plus 1 to minus 1. So this is the value which must be between plus 1 or minus 1. So we are using the value plus 1 and minus 1 to solve this factor. So for the stability, say this factor is equal to 1, and if you solve this, to solve this, you can take this minus 10 value at the right hand side. So this will be 11 here. Then e to the power minus t equal to 11, and this 11 you can take at the right hand side, so 11 divided by 11 will be equal to 1. Then you will take here the log at for the base e, and you will get this value t equal to 0. Similarly, you will solve this factor for the minus 1 value, and you will get t equal to 0.2. So to make the system stable, the system poles must be between 1 and minus 1. Similarly, for the t, the system must be between 0 to 0.2. So this will be the range for the t for the stable system. So this is the completion of this problem. Now you can solve this problem by yourself. Again, we have here the ZOH function, so you will merge into this. You will calculate first g of z, then by using the formula t of z equal to g of z divided by 1 plus g of z, you will calculate the t of z, and after again using the plus 1 and minus 1 condition, you will calculate the capital T value, and finally you will put answer in the range. Okay, thank you so much. If you have any doubt, you can make a comment.